Smells good. Let's dissect a piece. It's tasty. Let's check we're getting our 12 inches. There's bugger all on here. You know, it's fine, it's good. I like what they've done here, it's thin. But I want big juicy olives, man. Yeah, look, it is very tasty. It's good. Let down by a couple of elements. But hey, the name of this show is No Bad Pizza, all right? So there's never bad pizza. There's just different levels of greatness. Pizza time. Let's go. Rarely do I get takeaway pizza because generally I'm disappointed. Most of the time, wherever I go is fairly generic. So what I wanted to do was, I thought I'll explore these pizza joints that have been suggested to me. So I'm going to order some pizzas. So tonight's pizzas are at my local. It's a new place. Well, it's not a new place. It's been taken over and changed names. It's now called Sweeney's. So I don't know too much about them. I think they started with like catering, and people rave about them. So I'm going to order 2 pizzas, and then I'll take you guys through how I'm going to judge them, and we'll go from there. So let's order a couple of pizzas. This place can get busy apparently, so this could take a little while. All right, so we're at Kincumber, which is where I live. South Kincumber actually is where this place is. Sweeney's Pizza. Restaurant quality wood-fired style pizza. So I don't know if that means they're actually cooked in a wood-fired pizza. That seems a bit like a play on words there, that it's not actually a wood-fired pizza, which would be disappointing. The reason I've started with these guys is because their slogan that they go with, which I hope they're right, the best takeaway pizza on the market. We'll see about that. Yeah, could I order a couple of pizzas, please? All right, friendly. All right, so let's just have a look at what we ordered there. Falls into the deluxe pizzas. I thought I'd go with the normal pizzas that most people would go for. You know what I mean? If you're not thinking and you just want a quick bite to eat Friday night, I thought I'd go with that because every shop's going to have them, and that could be the best one to compare to. All right, so we've gone with Supreme and BBQ Meat. Let's go through what is on them. So $23 each, and they read well. So this is how it reads. Crispy pepperoni, smoked leg ham from Saratoga Butchers. So it's proper, decent quality ham, we hope. Mushrooms, Spanish onion, olives, red capsicum, pineapple, cheese, basil, house-made tomato sauce. Alrighty, and 12 inches we're paying for here. BBQ meat. No, I've gone into a truffle salami. That sounds good, but that's not what I'm getting. Here, BBQ meat. Crispy pepperoni, smoked leg ham from Saratoga Butchers, beef sausage from Saratoga Butchers, cheese, and our infamous barbecue sauce base. Alright, so that's what we got ordered. And this is how I'm going to judge it. I wrote this down because I'd forget about it. Alright, so 3 categories. Taste, obvious. Texture and construction. So we're talking the base, how it's put together, making sure that things are cooked properly, and that it holds together, and you know, so that's what we're looking at there. And then value. So value I'm going to base on the fact that, you know, if it's got premium ingredients, I'm happy to pay more, right? But directly, the value directly corresponds with the ingredients, the taste. You know, maybe where the shop is, I know that it costs a lot of money if you're in, you know, part of Terrigal or something versus the back streets or somewhere else. So it will all be considered. this is where I feel it gets a little bit interesting. Deductible points. All right. If it's not cut properly, I will deduct a point for each pizza. Seems harsh, but that gives me the shits if you can't pick up a piece. I don't mind a bit of cheese stuck to each other, but it has to be cut through the base. All right. So there's potential to lose 2 points there. Any random gristly crap that's in meat or any random unknown gristly bit is going to lose your point. And the use of rocket. If any rockets on my pizza, you're going to lose a point. Now that'll come into play when I might go to somewhere that doesn't have a Supreme or a barbecue meat. I'll be ordering whatever's closest to that. If it happens to come with rocket, I'm not changing what I'm asking for. You're going to be losing a point. All right. So now we wait.
Best takeaway pizza on the market.
Alrighty, got the booty. The GoPro has died, so I'm going to use my phone. Okay, so it took 45 minutes. Let's have a look what we got. It smells good. It was really busy. Alright, so let's see where I have to be in order to show this off. There we go. Okay. So this is the meat lover. Let's dissect a piece and see what we got. Alright, remember, point deduction if it's not cut properly. And look, I'm sorry, there's no denying that. We ain't even through. Not a single piece is cut through. We got a minus point already. That's a bad start, that's unfortunate, but that's all right. Tear it. All right, so this is the crispy pepperoni. This is bits of sausage. Oh, sausage is good. I don't know if I'm on camera there. All right. I feel like there was more. Oh, there's the ham. Okay, so this piece doesn't even have any ham on it. I just happened to grab the piece that has nothing. Over here, so it's quite thin, shredded. Oh yeah, okay. So the meat's all good. We've got some quality meat going on. Pepperoni's got a nice sort of spicy heat factor to it, peppery. So let's have a look at this base. Now it's not a wood-fired oven by the look of it. Let's have a little bit of a look at the sauce here. This is their infamous barbecue sauce. No, that's a letdown. Sauce is a letdown. Sorry. It's just not very strong at all. All right, I think that covers the bits and pieces. I feel like there was supposed to be another ingredient on there. I'll have to check, but I'm using the phone there for, and there was no paper like menus for me to grab either. All right, bite time. It's tasty overall. Cheese is good. base is a bit yeah. Well, it's got that chewy style of base, which is what they go for. So that's cool. We're going to talk about the second element that I'm judging on here. I'll give it all a score at the end. The way it's constructed. Oh, hang on. Let's check we're getting our 12 inches. Yep. Got our 12 inches. Definitely high on taste. Construction. We're good there. You know, we're not expecting that to sort of stay, you know, stay up on its own. It looks to me like it's probably ingredients, then cheese, then pepperoni on top. I like to have cheese first so everything sticks to it. So sauce, bit of cheese, ingredients, more cheese. I feel like this is, yeah, I don't know. It's fine, it's good. The base is just a little bit kind of that chewy. I'd like it to have a bit more like crunch to the base of it. But hey, it's tasty. It's a shame it's been let down by my not cut through rule. But it's not at all. Just take a second longer, cut through properly. That's all I ask. All right. Box is pretty cool. All right, there's lunch. All right, there is the Supreme. All right, so let's, nope, hang on, we've got to check. Are we cut through? Ooh. No, we are not cut through. So we've got a 2-point deduction here. Look, clearly not cut through. Maybe slightly better than the other one, but I'm not doing half points. All right, so it's not same salami, which is excellent. Yep. All right, so let's have a look at the rest of the ingredients. So pineapple. I actually like pineapple on pizzas if it's done the right way. The thing, when I say the right way, I mean not too big a chunks where it wets the pizza and kills the pizza because it's all wet, juicy. No, that's good. That's good pineapple. It's not too big. It's really on its own, really tasty. So that's a winner. Red onion, well, red onion's red onion. It's still good any day of the week. Capsicum. I like what they've done here. It's thin. Same deal as the pineapple. Keeping your moisture levels under control. Mint's good too. All right. Mushrooms. That's a bit of mushroom there. Probably not the right person to talk to about mushroom quality. There's bugger all on here. If I can't actually find mushroom, there's a bit. Fine. Very light on. We're talking like having to look for it to find it. And then we've got olives. The olives are abysmal. There is the only, let's say, complete olive, and there. It's tasty enough, but I want big juicy olives, man, not slithers. Yep. And then it says, I think, I'll have to check, that it has basil. We've got a couple of stingy bits of basil there. Like, you know, come on. So, and then the sauce, tomato sauce, well, paste sauce. All right, let's go. Same deal, base is the same. I mean, it eats well, but I guess that's the piece I picked all the bits off. We'll let it aside. Go for another one. I pulled all those bits off. All right. Had to tear it, yeah? I'd like to see a bit more structure to the base, yeah? I guess that's the downside to the Supreme with a lot of ingredients. You're going to have a droopy pizza. Yeah, look, it is very tasty. It's good. The ingredients are excellent. So flavour is excellent. Let down by a couple of elements. But hey, the name of this show is No Bad Pizza, all right? So there's never bad pizza. There's just different levels of greatness. So, let's score them. So I'm going to score them. I'm going to write this down. Taste. I'll write these down because I won't remember. Let's go barbecue first, and then the Supreme. First column, taste. I think I'm going to score them both the same because the element that lets them down that little bit is the sauce. The dough also isn't particularly, it doesn't have its own flavour. It's fairly bland on its own. I'd like to see a bit more salt or something going on there. I don't know. But just the dough itself isn't particularly tasty. And then the sauces. So I don't think I want to go half points. So is it 7 or an 8? Oh, all right. I'm actually going to go 8 with the barbecue, 7 with the Supreme. The reason for that is a distinct lack of basil on there, which I am sure, if I have a look, it's supposed to have basil, and there is not enough of it. All right, so that's taste. Then, texture and construction. Well, again, hang on. Let's go back to the flavour a little bit. they say wood fire style pizzas. It's not a wood fire that I'm aware of. If it was, this would have that smoky element to the pizza and would definitely make the dough a better situation. But that's not what we've got going on here. So we'll stick with what we got. Texture and construction. Well, it's pretty well made. You know, there's not tears or anything in it and all that sort of stuff. And I'm happy enough with how it's constructed there. But I don't know, it's not presenting particularly wow factor in its appearance, which falls into that. So texture, construction, appearance. Let's go with like sort of 3 elements to the one thing. And I'll just write that down so I remember. Okay. I'm going to go with a 7 on both of them. And then value for money. This is hard because I know everything's expensive nowadays. But it is a category I need to consider. No doubt those meats are not cheap. On their own, they're all absolutely excellent, particularly this salami and that sausage on their line. So given that it's definitely got quality ingredients, right down to the pineapple. The pineapple is good. On that alone, we're going to say it's decent value. Out of 10. Out of 10, value. I still want to see things cheaper, don't I? They should be $20 each. Yeah. All right, let's go with 8 there. So, that right? And then we've got to take off a point per pizza. Let me just double check and count properly. 8, 16. Yeah. Minus the one there. So out of a possible 30, we got barbecue meat, 22. Supreme, 21. So, Sweeney's at Kincumber, at this point in time, you're in the lead. Who knows when the next time I'll have a chance to do this, and we'll go from there. See if they really are the bestest on the market. Anyway, that's it. That's dinner.